thanks for joining me for this video. We are going to be putting together the triple tier slider card. I've already got all of my pieces cut out, and I've already went ahead and started the basic assembly on this one simply so I can remember how to do this one. I've only put this together one other time, so I still get a little bit confused, but you will have 3 pieces that are going to make up your base card, which these are these 3 pieces here. Then you will also have this little odd shaped fellow here, and this is what I'm going to use for a little pull tab. And then you will have 2 thin strips, one longer than the other. I've already used one here, and this will be the second one we're going to be putting together. And then you're going to have 6 more cuts. I use teal for my background layer, and then a vellum with white polka dots for the layer on top of that. I've already went ahead and put those together. So we will get started. And like I said, I already went ahead and basically put this piece together. It is going to go the same exact way as this one. You're going to have 2 folds, and then there are going to be 2 slits. And you want to make sure that on the slits, the narrowest piece, the narrowest section to your edge is going to be your top. You can see it's narrow here, and then we have a wide section at the bottom here. So this is going to be the top. And you're going to take your little strip of paper, your longest one, you'll have one longer than the other, and you are going to basically weave it in and out of this. So I'm going to go under the bottom. I have to be careful with how I'm doing mine because I have texture on one side and not the other, and I want my texture side to be the one that shows. So if you're using a paper that's the same on both sides, you really don't have to worry about which way you're assembling this. Alright, so you want to get that in there and then pull it all the way to the bottom and get it centered in there. And then you're going to loosely fold these flaps over this cut here. You don't want to get it too tight because this is what is going to work as your little slider mechanism. So you want it, I mean, you don't want it really loose because you don't want your card, your tiers to slip back and forth in there, but you do want it to be able to slide up and down. Alright, so once you do that, you are going to want to use a strong adhesive for your base part. I am using some 1/4 inch and 1/2 inch tear tape. This is the strongest adhesive I have, so I'm going to use that. So we're going to be putting a piece here. I'm going to use my 1/4 inch for that, and I'm just going to guess on the size here and hope it's right. It doesn't have to completely cover it, but you want to get it on here, and you want to cover enough to where it's going to grab on to the piece of the next piece of the card that you're going to be putting on here. Then I'm going to take my 1/2 inch, and it is going to go along this edge. And you want to make sure you're not using a tape that is so wide that it's going to cover, let me show you, that it's going to cover this cut over here, because what's going to happen is this is going to go here and this folds over it. So you don't want it to be so wide that you're going to go over this cut here. So we are going to just put a line over here on this edge. And it looks like I got a little piece sticking out the top here. All right. So once you have that done, you can set this piece aside for now. You're going to start building your card with your smaller piece. And this goes together exactly like you did the larger one. You're going to do your weave with your little strip, and then your larger piece of adhesive on this edge, and the same thing. You want your narrowest end to be at the top. So I already have my adhesive here and pulled off my paper backing. So you want to make sure this goes all the way to the bottom of those slits. Push it all the way down, and then you are going to take your square that is the same color as your base, and it is going to get attached. Let me make sure. Okay. To this little tab. So I have made, that's what this little funny shaped guy is for. He is going to be a pull tab for this. So I can put this layer all the way flush to my edge. If you don't want to use a pull tab, you'll want to bring yours up just a little bit from that edge, so there'll be something to grab onto to pull your tiers out. So mine is, like I said, I'm going to use the tab. So I am going to go almost all the way down, and you want to get this centered in this little panel here. So, oops, not centered. And this is kind of tricky because once that tape grabs, that's usually all she wrote. So, all right, good enough. All right, and then you're going to take it and you're going to, I'm going to go ahead and pull this up just a tad so I can get my tab on there. You're going to fold, make sure these are down, and then you are going to stick this side down. And you want to make sure these tabs stay folded down. And then bring that over and stick it down. And then this is our top tier. And you see, you slide out. I'm going to go ahead and put my little pull tab on here. And this has a little score line as well, right down the middle. So you're just going to fold it in half. I'm going to give it a good crease. And then I'm using the Tombow Mini Power Tape on this project because I'm out of adhesive for my Scotch Advanced Tape Glider gun. So you just want to put some adhesive down on your little tab here. Alright, and then it is going to go right in the middle of this piece here. Alright, looks crooked, but it'll do. Alright, so there's that piece. You can set it aside for now. And then now we're going to work on the base and our second tier. So you will pull off the paper here, and then you're going to take this piece that you just assembled here, and it's always a good idea to figure out which side is going to be your front and all that nonsense. Okay, so that's how I want this. This one you are going to put flush to the edge here. And make sure you push your little slider thing all the way down. And then you're going to center this on the panel. and get it there on that edge. All right. And then push it down really well. And then fold over and pull off our paper here. And make sure these tabs stay in, folded in. And then same thing, you are going to take this. I'm going to have to modify this file a little bit because we are bowing out a little bit. So what I am going to do is pause this for a minute and trim off just a tad of this. You won't have to do this because I will go back in and I will fix this file before I share it. So I will be right back. Okay, I am back. I have trimmed off just a little piece here. Like I said, I'll fix that in the file before I share it. So now fold. Make sure your tabs are folded over. And then bring this over and stick it down. Push really well. All right, now where your fold is, that's going to be the back of your card, which you don't really see because it meets right up there at the edge. All right, and that is the basic assembly of it. You've got your 3 little tiers that pull up and then go back in. And when I was designing this, I was sitting here thinking to myself that that actually looks like a 3-tier cake. So it would be adorable to like put some little icing and some patterned paper here that looks like maybe a sprinkle cake or something like that, a confetti cake. Cute birthday card. But I'm using this, I think this is going to be the Mother's Day card that I give to my mom. So we have this. Next are your panels. You will have one for each of your tiers, and the top 2 are actually going to go inside just a little bit. When you adhere them, you'll have to tuck them in a little bit. Let's go ahead and get these put down. All right. And this is our bottom tier. So you want to kind of try to get him centered, which I did not. So in case you have not noticed yet, I am horrible at getting stuff lined up right. Alright, there's that one. Still not centered, but once I put all of my embellishments on it, you won't really notice. Alright, and then we have our middle tier. And on the middle and the top tier, you want to get your adhesive as close to your edges as you can, because you don't want these to catch on the base card when it's sliding in and out. Alright, and like I said, this one is actually going to go in a little bit, so you'll kind of want to squeeze both sides to open up your pouch a little bit here. And this will probably be easier done with a liquid adhesive, so you can kind of have a little bit of leniency before you get this stuck down. But I wasn't smart. I used my little tape runner Alright, so looks pretty good. Stick it down. And then I am going to be smart on this last one and use liquid adhesive. I use the Art Glitter Glue. This stuff is amazing. It doesn't warp your paper and it dries completely clear. And it dries really fast. And again, you want to make sure you get to your edges. Alright. And I'm gonna pucker it up a little bit. Make sure it's pulled all the way out. Oh yes, the liquid adhesive makes it so much easier. Alright, and just stick it down really well. And that is it for the actual card itself. You can see it slides right in. It is flat, other than the little bulk from all the layers. And then you just, this card, I mean, it is awesome because you have so many areas to decorate and you're not just limited to just one area. And like I say, I see a birthday cake. But anyway, what I am going to do for my decorations, since I'm doing this for my mom for Mother's Day, is at Michael's today, I saw this little sticker kit from Paper House, and I am going to use these to decorate this card. And I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to place everything yet, so I will do that off camera and then come back and let you see the completed card once I have it finished. So stay tuned. Alright, I have finished my card, and I went a little heavy with the embellishments. This is the front of the card. Not really sure if you can see with all the glare. Alright, and then when we open it, we have that one, and then we have the middle one. And that is the completed card. So I would love to see what you do with this file, because I honestly can see so many different uses for this. I keep coming back to the birthday cake. That is what I see, and I think I will be making one that resembles a birthday cake in the very near future. Hope you enjoy, and I will put the link to the file down in the description of the video. And if you have any questions, feel free to post them below in the comments, or you can also comment on my blog at tidbitsandtinkerings.com. Be sure to like the video and subscribe so you will get notified when I release new videos. Thanks again and have a great day.